So, welcome to chapter 4 of this explainable artificial intelligence course. I believe you've learned one or two things in this course. And before we continue, I want you to do something great for me. And I want you to see it as, okay, this is one of the things I'm paying this person. Go on social media. You could go on my LinkedIn, Richard Ogundele, or Instagram, Jesus and Tech, or Twitter, Jesus and Tech, or TikTok, Jesus and Tech, and just write a short, just write what you've learned about this course, and you could do a video. You could tag me, and I could collaborate with you. Do a video what you've learned in this course so far. It might be between this video or after the whole video, and use the hashtag explainable AI, hashtag Jesus in Tech. So let's dive in. In this chapter, we're looking at the core artificial intelligence principles, where we'll talk about data science, machine learning, neural networks, computer vision, NLP, robotics. Well, this is explainable, so I'm not here to confuse you. I'm here to convince you. I'm here to make it simpler for you. And the first one we'll be looking at is data science. And data science, of course, is the field of that deals with extracting insights, knowledge, and extracting insights and knowledge from data. So it involves collecting, processing, training, and getting prediction from data. So based on all the things that we did, that we checked in the other time, collecting, processing, analyzing, and deciding. So the first front end is collecting, the processing is in the middle, and of course the end product is that we are able to make decisions. We are able to make, so anything you cannot make decisions from is actually not a data. We can't call it a data. And the next one is the machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI that focuses on developing algorithms that enables computer to learn from data. It learns from data. So we have different types of machine learning, ranging from supervised learning, unsupervised learning, self-supervised learning, reinforcement learning, and so many things are coming up now. And it is, just see machine learning as a machine that learns. From the name machine learning, a machine that learns. So the way our brain works, right? We see things, we learn from things, and all these things are data in our brain. They come in form of data. So when you meet someone whose name is Diamond, and you see someone the next day that looks like Diamond, the reason why your brain is able to tell you, oh, this person looks, is because you have a data. You have a data in form of image that you stored in your brain yesterday. So your brain already learned, and when your brain sees something similar, is able to predict, wait, this person looks like Diamond. Could it be Diamond? And you just try, oh, Diamond, and the person answers, and you're like, wow. So what happened there is machine learning. It's as simple as that. It is machine learning, where your brain is able to see different things and store it, and then it predicts based on what he has seen. So we can have a machine that can predict churchgoers in Europe, because you remember we are gathering data of churchgoers in the world. We can have a machine that can predict churchgoers in Asia or in Africa. So this is how machine learning works. The next one is the neural networks, and it was coined from the name neurons. And when you hear the name neurons, it means it is from your brain. So the way our brain is interconnected, can you see your brain? I should ask you, can you see your brain? Like, can you see your brain physically? Some people will tell you, if I don't see it, I won't believe it. So that means if you tell me if I don't see it, I won't believe it. That means you don't have a brain, because you can't see it. So so it is invisible. In neural networks, we call it hidden layers. What we can't see is hidden layers. So we can only see the inputs and the output, but what happened, we can't see it. And of course, you can know that I studied AI. I mean, that's the input. I studied, I went to school, I had a master's in AI, I got distinction. Those are the inputs. Now the output is now based on all these qualifications you have, Richard, kindly explain AI to us. And let's say I find myself stuttering and I'm not able to define AI, then what comes? You like, I'm not sure this guy really did what he said he did. And that is how simple neural networks is. So we give it data and we get predictions based on the data normally. So anything outside the data, we should know that this thing is going to give me error. So they are just the foundation of deep learning, which composes of neurons organized into layers. So that is that. And the next one is computer vision, machine that sees. We've seen machine that learns, which is what? Machine learning. You can just type it. I mean, go ahead, type it. Machine that learns, machine learning. Machine that sees, computer vision. So I've got my little phone here, and I'm just going to unlock the phone with my biometrics. So what happened? This phone operates with computer vision technology. So I know some of you have your smartphones, you don't even know what is going on. So the computer vision, what it does is able to allow computers to interpret and understand visual information from the world, such as images or videos. So when you buy a new iPhone or a new what's it called now, whatever device you're using, there is always a place for activate the Face ID for iPhone or activate the biometrics for my Android, and you put in maybe like 3 pictures of you, and then it saves it. Then when next you try to unlock your phone, if you put it just in your face, it's going to unlock. Why? Because the computer now, the machine has an information of what data it needs to accept and what. So if you take my phone and you put your face there, it's not going to unlock because it doesn't have the data. So that's what computer vision does. So and they also use it in traffic management. In a city like the Western countries, there is always a camera. It's something I've noticed everywhere. There is always a camera at every traffic light. So what this camera does now is, for that camera, it has a machine that stored cars and is able to track plate numbers. So when a car passes through a road while the traffic light is still red, it alerts the machine. The machine sends the information to whatever body. So the machine already knows when it has to be green, when the traffic light is yellow, when the traffic light is red. So for every car that moves, that's why people that walk, sometimes they might just go scot-free because the machine does not have the data. But for every car, for every truck, for every bus, it's able to track the car and find the plate number and whatever things that needs to be done. So that is done too. In the medical field too, they also use computer vision for scanning x-rays. The x-rays use computer vision. So all these things are around us. So when people tell me, oh, I don't know what AI looks like, I've never used AI before, that's a lie. You have used AI before. You actually did not know, except if you don't have access to any technological tools. hospitals. I mean, you've not gone to the hospital, you've not gone to the grocery. In fact, the grocery now, you have to pay yourself. And that's the computer vision technology, because the machine has the picture, has the image of that product you're buying. So all these things are around us. We are not just conscious of it, and that's one of the purpose of this video. We need to start being conscious of our environment as we move into the advanced world. The next one is natural language processing. This is machines that talk. Machine learning, machines that learn. Computer vision, machines that says. Natural language processing, machines that talk. Let's play a quick game. So I'm going to go to my ChatGPT, and I'm going to just say, hi ChatGPT, can you encourage members of explainable AI community, just give a word of encouragement and tell them to make sure they finish this course.
To all the members of the explainable AI community, I want to encourage you to keep pushing forward in your course. Remember, every bit of knowledge you gain brings you one step closer to mastering the incredible world of AI. Stay curious, stay dedicated, and finish strong.
Thank you. So, what did I do now? That's NLP. It's so amazing, guys. Like virtual assistants like Siri, if you've used Siri before, is powered by NLP. It's a machine that can talk. I used ChatGPT. This is and responded back to me. So now, how does this work? If you've used Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, what other technology do we have? If you know quite a lot apart from what I've mentioned, also mention it in the comments. And you can see how ChatGPT encouraged you to listen and stay curious. So NLP, in layman terms, is simply the field of AI that focuses on interaction between computers and human languages. So it involves making sure computer understands human language in a way that is meaningful and useful. And of course, the first thing that happens here is text analysis. If you're training a machine to be able to, so for this ChatGPT or Siri, there is a machine behind everything. This machine was trained on different kind of texts, and of course that's collecting data. It was analyzed, and for one thing that is also crucial is language translation. So let's say I'm Spanish and I just use my virtual assistant, whatever, or to speak, and I speak Spanish. What it does is it converts it to English, because English is the general language. That's why it's easy for this ChatGPT to responding back to me in English. It converts the language, sends it to the machine, that's the model, gets the output and send it back to me in speech recognition. So it goes from speech to text. If it's not English, go to language translation. If it's English, go to the model directly. From the model, go back to the text. From the text, come out as speech. But if I use my ChatGPT, for example, and I just type, it's going to come back as text. Why? Because it's just text to text technology. Text to text. We call it text to text, speech to speech. But for speech to speech is more complex, because it has to go to text first, then go back to speech. So that's the thing, and we use it in our chatbot. And the next one is the robotic technology. I've had quite a lot of people tell me I'm scared of robots. The robotic technology is, before I continue, let me tell you something. We are in a system of, we are in a world, I mean the whole world is now gradually transiting or adjusting to accepting robots in our daily lives. The good thing, the interesting thing about culture is that culture is powerful, and the technological culture is one that can make us adjust over time. Even when we say, oh, I don't like this, oh, over time you are going to adjust, whether sooner or later. I mean, there was a time where cars were just being used by kings, people from the royal family, but anyone can own a car now. Even a 12-year-old boy can own a car. And that is the same thing that will happen. We are transiting into a world where we would need to adjust to the presence of robots in the healthcare, in the finance, in hotels. I mean, people would start having personal robots. So we are in a time like that, and let's go to discuss so I don't bore you. So robotics is just a branch of technology that deals with design, construction, operation, and application of robots. So when it comes to robots, you're talking about AI engineering, because it involves coupling of engineering equipment and using AI to make the robots perform its operations. And these are capable of performing tasks autonomously or semi-autonomously. So robots is used in the manufacturing complaint a lot. In fact, all the manufacturing complaints use robots, because there is quite a lot of repetitive tasks in there, which involves coupling a car, decoupling, and all those things. And it is more efficient. A man, or let's say men, engineers now can have the capacity to couple 50 cars in a day, which is quite much. I mean, when it's not like they're working for 24 hours. But with a robot, he's able to couple, I mean, robots is never tired, right? So he's able to couple like 1,000 cars. Look at the productivity level he's going to have. So this is how it's used. Then the service robots in the healthcare and hospitality assistant, it's not still popular, because we as humans, we love natural things. You can detect if I'm a robot, if it's a robot speaking, because there is this natural feel that robots do not really have yet. So that's why it would struggle to gain what's it called now, to gain traction or to gain credibility, yes, in hospitality assistant. Hospitality industry, you need a skill beyond just normal. You need to be hospitable, you need to be homely, you need to be caring. Your smile means a lot. I mean, I've worked in the healthcare industry before. Your smile means so much. It means beyond what you could think of, because you are serving people. So, well, I would not be surprised if in the future robots take over. And then there is also exploration robots. These are the space and deep sea exploration. You can't expect me to go down beneath the sea, let's say 1,000 feet. Doing what? But it's easy to send the robots there. The robot does the work and you just get your result. And last is domestic robots. We can see people now own little small robots that is able to clean the house, switch on appliances. Even with Alexa, if you have an Alexa and it's connected to your fridge or your lights, which is Internet of Things. Oh, Alexa, turn on the lights. Alexa, do this. Alexa, I could tell my assistant now, play me a music. So that's how the world we are going into. So we have come to the end of chapter 4.